I'm going to give you some figures that came from the Department of Interior Labor. I got it off the a government web page and got all this information here. But it's from 2005, so there's no telling what these numbers would be today if we could get them. They don't track them like they did back then. 43% of illegals live off of food stamps. They collect food stamps. That's a lot of food stamps that we could get, or if I guess we done. 95, get this, 95 of the murder warrants in LA are illegals, people they can't find. And these people can be arrested and get out on bond, pay their bond and disappear. Can you imagine how many different names these people use? And the only way they can track them if they can fingerprint them. And there's one guy demanding that they quit fingerprinting them. They was fingerprinting at the border, but I think they've stopped that and they're trying to get it started again because so they can track these people. When they stop, they'll say you came across the border at a certain time. Uh, when I did my family tree on my son-in-law, I could find where his family had legally immigrated into the United States, where they crossed the border, where they signed up, and where they started. And it's all documented. You can find it. It's all there. But these people, they're, especially ones who are doing this illegal and don't get caught, that are bringing drugs across. They say these mules are bringing fentanyl, cocaine, marijuana across the border in bundles. And what they will do, they will rush a whole bunch at one end of the border, and then they'll just walk across here because all the DPS and Border Patrol agents are down here trying to control this 30, 40 group that is there. So that's scary, and they're just, and it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You see these people wandering their way across the border. Border Patrol meet them over here, get them in a pen, they take them down there, and they try to process them as quick as they can. But once they get processed, they kick them loose. They don't have the storage or the manpower to control them. They get their names, their fingerprints, their photographs, and out the door they go. And here they come to a neighborhood near you. So, and another thing, they said, well, they're farm workers. Less than 2% of illegals or people of Spanish descent pick American crops. 2%. Rest of it's all automated. I lived in Arizona as a kid, and I picked cantaloupes because they were having a problem with the illegals coming across, so they stopped them. And I was a kid, 16-ish, went down there because I didn't have a home at the time, and I was picking cantaloupes for 2 weeks. That was the hardest job I ever in my life. It was terrible. I'm not used to it, but we did it for 2 weeks, and then they worked out some agreement to let the illegals come across, and they shipped us back to Tucson, where we were at. 65% of there was a 65% of the births in California are of illegal aliens that don't pay for it. You pay for it. If you live in California, you pay for it through taxes and all this other stuff. Oh, it's unreal. And I think they said 39-40% of all the kids in California schools are there illegally. Their parents are there illegally, they're there illegally, and they're drawing off food stamps. They get free lunches. That's the reason they pushed a free lunch program, so they could feed all these illegals, and they made it like, well, these kids are not getting nothing to eat. Well, they had to push it for everybody. No, they're not getting nothing to eat because their parents are getting it for free. I mean, golly, when will they stop? So, it's unreal. But I'm not going to preach about it, but I want people to know you need to know that this is happening. 75% of all LA warrants are of illegals. 75% of them. There's no telling how many we have up here. And Texas is not any different than LA. You get caught, you're illegal. You bond out, you go away, you go down, you get another ID card with another name and everything. And the only way they're going to catch you if your fingerprint comes up. And they've said that there's so many fingerprints on file, it just takes days for them to process them to know who you are. And you've probably been released by some judge by that time. You're already gone. You could be a mass murderer. But they're not here to help them. They're here to take from you and me. I'm dying. I'm going to be dead in a few more years. I'm not going to have to live with this. But you younger people are going to have to fight, not physically, but you're going to have to remember you are going to have to live with this damage that has done to you. I'm at the end of my life. I'm 73. So you're the ones that are going to have to think, hey man, they really screwed over. I feel sorry for my grandchildren. I feel sorry for any kid that's 10, 11, 12 years old, because they're going to have to face this nightmare in a few more years, 10, 15 years down the line. They've had to hire so many Spanish-speaking teachers in our school district because they have so many Spanish people there. I don't know where they come from, but they're there. So, anyway, I want to wish all of you guys the best. We'll talk to you on another day. Thank you.